In less than an hour, a single decision could end human civilization. That is the world we live in. A world where cities can disappear in seconds, where one launch can trigger thousands more, where the sky itself could become a weapon. But what if none of it had ever existed? No atomic bombs, no nuclear arms race, no doomsday scenarios. It sounds like peace. It sounds like safety. But what if nuclear weapons are the very reason we haven't destroyed each other already? Tonight, we ask a question that challenges everything we think we know about war and peace. What if nuclear weapons had never existed? In 1945, the world changed forever. 2 atomic bombs were dropped on Japan, and within days, World War II ended. But in our alternate timeline, those bombs were never built. No Manhattan Project, no nuclear breakthrough, no instant surrender. The war in the Pacific likely continues. The United States prepares a full land invasion of Japan. Casualty estimates climb into the millions, soldiers and civilians alike. The war ends eventually, but not quickly, and not without unimaginable cost. And this is only the beginning. After 1945, 2 superpowers emerge: the United States, the Soviet Union. They don't trust each other, they don't agree on ideology, and they both build massive armies. In our real history, they never fought directly. Why? Because of nuclear deterrence. The doctrine was simple: if you strike first, you will be destroyed in return. Mutually assured destruction. Now remove nuclear weapons from the equation. No instant annihilation, no global extinction risk, no ultimate consequence. Would NATO and the Soviet Union still avoid direct war? Or would Europe have become the battlefield of World War III in the 1960s? Many historians argue that without nuclear deterrence, a large-scale conventional war between superpowers would have been far more likely. Not a Cold War, a hot one. Today, major nuclear powers avoid direct military conflict. Instead, we see proxy wars, economic sanctions, cyber warfare, political influence operations. Why? Because escalation carries existential risk. Without nuclear weapons, that ultimate ceiling disappears. Imagine the United States and Russia fighting directly, China and another major power clashing without fear of total annihilation, regional conflicts escalating faster and further. Without nuclear weapons, war becomes winnable again. And when war feels winnable, leaders may be more willing to start it. Conventional warfare, tanks, jets, missiles, could become more frequent between major powers. And history shows us something terrifying. Great powers rarely stay peaceful without a balancing force. Let's examine both sides honestly. The safer argument. Without nuclear weapons, no threat of global extinction in minutes, no accidental launch ending civilization, no radioactive fallout poisoning entire regions, no arms race capable of destroying humanity. Humanity sleeps without a doomsday clock ticking overhead. But now consider the other side, the dangerous argument. Without nuclear deterrence, aggressive expansion becomes less risky. Total war between major powers becomes thinkable. Long, brutal conventional wars could erupt repeatedly. Instead of one catastrophic nuclear exchange, we might see multiple massive global wars across decades. Nuclear weapons created fear, but that fear may have created restraint. Here lies the paradox. Nuclear weapons are the most destructive tools ever created. Yet since 1945, there has been no direct full-scale war between nuclear superpowers. No World War III. Not because humanity became wiser overnight, but because the cost became unthinkable. Nuclear weapons didn't eliminate war. They raised its price beyond calculation. They transformed total war from a strategic option into a suicidal act. So what if nuclear weapons had never existed? The world might feel less fragile, less apocalyptic, but it might also be far more violent. Instead of living under the shadow of instant destruction, we might have lived through repeated great power wars. Nuclear weapons are a nightmare, but they may also be a cage, one that has trapped the most powerful nations in an uneasy, terrifying peace. And the final question is not, would the world be better without them? But is humanity wise enough to keep living with them?